Thank you, member. The next speaker is N.R Elango. Sir, you have 12 minutes.
Thank you, Vice Chairman. This bill aims to consolidate 4 different enactments. While the bill is welcomed for its efforts to modernize, streamline the existing laws, including the introduction of a universal visa system, it is important to note that it is not addressing the issues of refugees and asylum seekers. Without safeguards at entry points to assess international protection needs, the bill could conflict with the principles of non-refoulement. The principle of non-refoulement broadly protects individuals. Sir, house is not in order.
Excuse me.
The principle of non-refoulement broadly protects individuals from being removed countries where they face risk of torture, inhuman treatment, or threat to their lives or freedom. As a core norm of customary international law, non-refoulement is a binding obligation of all states. Sir, as far as the legal aspects are concerned, second proviso to subclasses 1 and 2 of clause 3 gives an unbridled power to the officers. It says the decision of the immigration officer in this regard shall be final and binding. Sir, this unbridled, unguided power entrusted to an executive officer, which is not appealable, will definitely invite lot of judicial proceedings and which will definitely put the intention of this bill in question. When you are giving right to appeal to the decisions made under clauses 15 and 17, an appeal should be provided for the orders passed under clause 3 as well. Number 2, clause 3, subclause 2 says that the central government by such grounds may by order pass orders against the foreigners. The word such grounds is so broader and need to be narrowed down. The executive shall not have such a broader discretion, and these orders, the grounds, it says it has to be notified in an order which will not pass through the consideration of this house. So this power should be included in the rules, not in the orders. Then section 16 speaks about burden of proof. Sir, it is known very well that we are following accustorial system of criminal jurisprudence. We are not following inquisitorial system. So a foreigner, if he is alleged to have committed some violation of law, it is the burden of that foreigner to prove that he is not violating law. Sir, this is not agreeable to the Indian standards of jurisprudence, so it has to be definitely addressed. As pointed out by Dr. Singhvi, that the foreigners are having certain fundamental rights under Article 14 and 21, and they are having basic human rights. These stringent clauses shall not be there in this act. Sir, then, section clause 25, subclause 5 says the person will be discharged if he is compounding the offences. But the procedural law says if the charge is framed, then thereafter compounding happens, it should amount to acquittal, not to discharge. Sir, coming to the political aspect of the matter, especially Sri Lankan Tamil issues, sir, this bill is totally forgotten about the Sri Lankan refugees. Following the outbreak and ethnic riots and internal conflicts in Sri Lanka in 1983, a total of 3,04,269 refugees from Sri Lanka arrived in Tamil Nadu. During that period, the responsibility of providing relief and rehabilitation measures to those refugees was entrusted to the State Department. Over the decades, the government of Tamil Nadu, with the support of the Union government, has extended comprehensive humanitarian support. As of March 1st, 2025, there are 19,949 families comprising 57,285 individuals residing in 103 rehabilitation camps spread across 29 districts of Tamil Nadu. Now, these camps function under the norms laid down by both the union and state governments. While the sustained effort reflects Tamil Nadu's strong humanitarian commitment, it is important to highlight that most of these refugees continue to remain stateless, without any legal status, citizenship, or pathway to permanent settlement. Many of them were born and raised entirely within India, speak Indian languages, have studied in Indian schools, and are culturally indistinguishable from the local population. Yet they have lived in a legal vacuum, unable to own property, vote, or access many of the rights available to citizens. The bill, in its current form, does not distinguish between undocumented migrants and refugees who have arrived due to war, persecution, and ethnic conflict, such as the Sri Lankan Tamils. It centralizes the control with the union government, prescribes penal provisions for undocumented stay, and lacks any provision for recognizing long-term refugee population or providing legal pathway for regularization of citizenship. India voted affirmatively to adopt Universal Declaration of Human Rights, which affirms rights to all persons, citizens and non-citizens alike. India voted affirmatively to adopt UN Declaration of Territorial Asylum in 1967, ratified International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights, as well as International Covenant on Economic, Social and Cultural Rights. India ratified UN Convention on the Rights of the Child 89. Now, in 1974, Article 1 imposes legal binding obligation. India accepted the principles of non-refoulement as envisaged in Bangkok Principles, which were formulated for the guidance of member states in respect of matters concerning status and treatment for refugees. Sir, now, when CIA was introduced, Tirchi Siva introduced an amendment saying that Hindus from Pakistan, Afghanistan, etc., also to include Hindus from Sri Lanka. All these Sri Lankan refugees, sir, are Hindus. Why they were not added in CAA is not known. When he moved an amendment, unfortunately, certain vested interest not supported that amendment, so it was defeated. Now, Sri Lankan Tamils are Hindus. While you are recognizing the Hindus from other countries and give citizenship, why you are excluding Hindus from Sri Lanka? Because they are Tamils, because they are Dravidians, because they are untouchables. Now, they have to be addressed. This issue is to be necessarily addressed by the government. Sir, while speaking in Lok Sabha, the Honorable Home Minister said, DMK MPs, when they met me, they have not raised this issue. Sir, I have to say this. From 2009, the members of Parliament of DMK are raising this issue on every available platform. The union government is not listening to us. From 2014, a partisan attitude is being shown to us. Now, let me, for the purpose of argument, take that we have not raised this issue with you. Is it not the government's duty to look into the troubles of persons who are coming here, who are seeking asylum, who are refugees here, and to address their concerns? So I want to quote Thiruvalluvar for 1 minute. நாடோறும் நாடிமுறை செய்யா மன்னவன் நாடோறும் நாடு கெடும், which if translated to English, it says the country of the king who is not examining every day into the wrongs done will ruin every day. This government have to see what are all the wrongs done by them every day and have to address this. Also, the Home Minister said Vasudeva Kudumbakam while speaking on this bill. We Tamils very proudly claim Yadumure Yavarum Keli. There is no difference between these two concepts. We say, sir, you want to reply me?
Are you yielding?
All right. உங்களுடைய அக்கறைக்கு நன்றி. Sir, so I request I request the Union Ministry to consider to give citizenship to the Sri Lankan refugees, and also I request that this bill have to be necessarily sent to a select committee, because very, very wide, unbridled, unguided powers are given to executives. And two, as rightly pointed out by Dr. Singhvi, the person who is to decide this is a head constable. We are not undermining the status of the head constables, but then their understanding of law is very much questionable. A head constable comes and says to a foreigner that you have violated these offences, he can be detained, he can be done with anything the head constable likes. Sir, this position will definitely keep away the foreigners from visiting India, which will definitely slow down the tourism industry. This has to be considered by the union government. So I request to refer this bill to a select committee, or please amend clause F of clause 2, the definition of foreigner, and it has to be made that foreigner shall not include a Sri Lankan refugee. A Sri Lankan Tamil refugee should be excluded from the definition of foreigner. Or, in the minimum, I request the union government to notify through a gazette notification that this act will not apply to Sri Lankan Tamil refugees as per clause 33. Sir, while I'll complete, sir. While we say that we are complying with all the international conventions, we have to also consider the plight of Sri Lankan Tamils, and they have to be